friend, it's Stephanie Crevens with the Problem Solver School, where I share tips and encouragement so you can fix your hot messes. And right now, friends, is the most glorious time of the year. It's back to school time! So you're going down the aisle at Target. You see the Trapper Keepers. You see the folders, the pencils, the glitter pens, the Post-it notes. Guys, I love back to school time, and even better than back to school time is once all that stuff goes on clearance, once the kids are back in school. I get to stock up for my office. When I tell you I am a recovering overachiever, it's because I got straight A's in school, and if I didn't get straight A's in school, I was very upset with myself. So I had a lot to learn when I got into the real world, but I loved school. I adored school. I loved being in school. I digress. Here's what we're talking about: your schooling today as an adult, as someone who's asking the question, should I go back to school? How am I going to pay for it? Should I finish my undergrad degree? Should I get a graduate degree? Is that going to advance my career? Is that going to add to my household income? I don't know the answer to that question quite yet. Before you answer that one, I think you need to answer a bigger question. And it is, what do I need to learn in order to be successful in my career? Because the reality is a job that you want in 5, 10, 15 years may not even exist today. And you can't step into that role unless you start learning right now, right away, and you set learning and development goals for yourself on a consistent basis. The reality is there are so many ways to learn that formal education anymore is not the only answer. It certainly could be the best answer for you. You're the only one that knows that, but let me share with you some other great ways that you can learn without making that big financial investment, which usually also almost always comes with, or usually comes with, a significant amount of debt, right? So these are some other ways that you can learn and invest in your growth and be committed to continuous learning and stay relevant in your current and future careers that aren't quite as time extensive as well as financially expensive. So, of course, LinkedIn has whole classes and academies and different courses you can take to learn very applicable skills. Seth Godin has the Alt MBA program for change makers and difference makers in this world. There's books, there's getting a mentor, finding a coach. The best way to learn is teaching other people. So if you really want to learn something, study up on the topic, read all the books, do the research, and then present it to your colleagues as a teaching opportunity, and you will learn so much. Here's the point about learning that I hope sticks with you. I think one of the reasons that formal education works is because you have to invest a lot in order to get something out of it, right? There's a lot of time involved, there's a lot of money involved, there's a lot of mental energy involved. And so thus your accountability to that is much higher, right? You're much more likely to not just consume the information, but use it, make it stick because of the learning methodologies, commit to it because you're investing so much into it. And hopefully maybe your employer is also helping to pay for it, right? There's a lot on the line with formal education. I think with these more informal ways of learning, where we get into trouble is that we just consume the information and we think that that's learning, and that is not learning. And so if you truly want to be committed to your self-development, to your professional development, to ongoing learning, you have to commit to consuming the information and then practicing what you're learning and holding yourself accountable to following through using that new knowledge. That's the trick to all learning. You can't just consume and think that, oh, I watched that video, I got this down. No, not until you practice it do you really know if you learned it. So 2 big takeaways from today that I hope will stick with you. 1 is that consumption of information is not learning. And 2, make sure that you're setting learning and development goals for yourself, sharing those with your boss, with your colleagues as a way to commit to your own continuous learning. And let's see how far you get in the next year. The reality is any time of the year can be back to school time. Commit to reading 1, 2, 3, 4 books a month, whatever makes sense. And, join a book club where you really dig into that information, or find an accountability partner where you practice using these new skills that you're learning on each other. Get a coach that can hold you accountable to following through on your growth and your development so that you remain relevant in your career for the next 5, 10, 15 years. All right, friends, that's what I have for you on learning, having a growth mindset, being committed to your own development, because truly only you can do that. Please share your story wherever you're watching this video. I would love to hear from you. How has your learning and maybe your commitment to your own growth served you in your career? Your story is going to help somebody else. All right, my friends, now it's time to get off the internet and be a problem solver who gets the real shit done, and I'll see you soon.